This is how I use my red light therapy panel. So you can see that I have it on a stand on my bed. That is a monitor stand that's supposed to clamp onto a desk, but my bed is a platform bed. So I have it clamped like that. And I used to have it, just like on the wall, in my sauna, etc. But then I sprained my ankle. So I just wanted to lay there and be able to put my ankle under it. And so I added it to my bed and I love it. I've kept it there ever since. And so now it's adjustable so I can put my face under it or my back or whatever I need to. But my favorite way to use it is when I first wake up in the morning, my bed is so comfortable. I don't really want to get out. So I turn on the red light and like as soon as I wake up and it wakes me up. What it actually does on a cellular level is it gets rid of the adenosine that's going through my system, which adenosine is the thing that causes us to be drowsy and groggy. And coffee also stops adenosine from getting into our cells because adenosine and caffeine have really similar molecular structures. So the caffeine goes in there, it blocks the adenosine receptors in our cells, and we think that we're energized, but then the adenosine will, or the caffeine will go away in the afternoon. The caffeine will be able to get in there because it's just kind of like hanging out waiting. And then we get an afternoon slump. So if we use the red light therapy, it actually will dissolve the adenosine in your system. So it gets rid of grogginess like that. So I'm like groggy, whatever, I'll flip it on. It'll just kind of be on. I'll slowly open one eye and then the other one. And then in 5 minutes, I'm like, oh, I'm awake. I'm ready to get out of bed, feeling great. So that's the way that I use it in the morning. The way that I use it in the evening is kind of just like right now. It's just sort of on and I can just kind of like see the red light low in my field of vision, which Andrew Huberman talks about that is a powerful modulator for the circadian rhythm. And somebody said, maybe I just thought that it makes sense from an evolutionary standpoint because at night we've got fires low in our field of vision, right? And so it's kind of telling us it's nighttime, it's time to sleep. So I used to have this on a Wi-Fi timer that would just flip on, but then I realized I don't really want Wi-Fi like next to my head while I'm sleeping all night. I'm doing a lot to minimize the amount of Wi-Fi and other RF and EMF signals in my house. So I can just go flip it on, at like 6 or something like that. So I suggest that you get a red light therapy panel if you don't have one already. They're absolutely amazing, and there's tons of science to back it up. And then try using it in 2 different ways. One, direct on the part that you want to put the red light on. 3 different ways, actually 4 different ways. I'll give you a bonus one. So put it directly on the part. Number 2 is use it to wake up in the morning. Number 3 is use it to, stimulate the production of melatonin and getting ready for sleep by just kind of like having it off in the background. And then number 4 is on my panel, I've got red light and infrared, which most of them do. The infrared doesn't create light. It's just like a little bit of red. So sometimes instead of using like a heating pad or something, I'll cover it with my blanket, turn on the infrared, and it'll warm up my whole bed. And I actually kind of feel like I sleep better with that on. I don't know if that's true or not. I've only done it a few times. So I'm not really sure, but I've started doing it that way when it's like really cold and it's really nice to warm up my feet.